Okay, so evidently watching too much television can lead people to overestimate the risks that the world poses to them. A recent study found that people are more likely to think that they will be victims of a natural disaster if they watch an above average amount of television than if they do not.
All right, what is our conclusion?
Um, Watching too much television can lead people to overestimate the risks that the world poses to them.
Yeah, why is this person saying this?
He's using like a study where people who like watch an above amount of television, they found themselves thinking that they would be victims of a natural disaster. So it's like a very like causal, like what I got about like very
What is the flaw
causal.
here? Yeah,
Yeah,
the flaw is causal. And so they're assuming because two things happen at the same time.
that they have to happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
essentially,
correlated.
why might these people that watch TV more be more likely to
Um,
think that they will be victims? Yeah.
so
Is it
afterward I thought about this.
TV?
Yeah, I was like, well, what if they live in like a really high risk area? Like I know like in California, we're always like watching the news in the summer about the weather
Yeah.
because everything's on fire.
Are they watching TV and then being worried, or are they know that they should be worried and like you said, watching TV
Yeah.
to find out?
Yeah. Like there's probably like there could be an alternative reason why they're watching the TV, and if they still feel like, oh, I could be a victim of a natural disaster. It doesn't have to be because of the television watching.
Awesome. So this is a weekend question. So we're trying to weaken that watching too much TV does not lead people to overestimate the world. And so we want to, one great way to weaken it is by exposing the flaw that we came up with.
Yeah, the causal flaw.
So you said
I'm writing that
E.
down.
Okay. So people who are well informed about the risk posed by natural disasters tend to become well informed in some way. So in at least one way, other than watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
So these we're talking about people who are well informed about the risks. Ten does how does this weaken the idea that people that watch too much TV don't overestimate, or that watching too much TV does not overestimate the risk the world poses to them?
It doesn't.
I can see what you're saying here. You're like, yeah, but look at these other people.
Yeah. Like when I saw, oh, some other way, I was like, love that. Yes.
Yeah, or some other way. But this is just talking about people who are well informed about the
Yeah.
test. It's like they found out about it from something other than TV. Well, that doesn't mean that TV is causing these other people to
Mm,
overestimate.
yeah. Like we're like you said, we're not exposing the flaw.
Nope. And what other answer choices were you thinking about?
I think it was just D and E because I think when I got through, I was like, I don't think I liked A through C.
Okay. So A says many people overestimate the gender posted them regardless of the amount of TV they watch. I actually would have I don't love like okay, so because like this is saying that many people overestimate it and it doesn't matter about the TV. Like I don't hate
Mhm.
that answer the first time
Yeah.
I read it, but many is very weak.
Yeah.
And this doesn't mean, and just because many people overestimate it doesn't mean that watching too much TV doesn't cause people to overestimate the risk either.
Yeah.
B, a person is less likely to live in an area that is prone to natural disaster if that person watches in a book. Like, okay, no.
I was like, this is like the wordiest answer. And I was like, I already don't like it.
So if
But then when I went through it, I was like, it doesn't matter. This isn't weakening like what I want.
Yeah, so a person is less likely to live in an area that is prone to natural disasters if that person watches an above average amount of TV. So they are less likely, so people that watch an above average amount of TV are less likely to live in an area that is prone to natural disasters than people that watch a below average amount of TV.
Yeah.
Like irrelevant. See, people who watch a below average amount of TV tend to have a fairly accurate idea of the likelihood that they will become victims. Well, we're not talking about people who
Below average. Yeah.
all right, and then E, a person is more likely to watch an above average amount of TV if that person lives in an area that is yes, because this is saying like, hey,
Yeah.
how do we know that it's TV causing the over risk and
Mhm.
not people that are just overly
Yeah.
overestimate a risk are just not more likely to watch the TV. Actually,
Yeah.
he exposes the flaw perfectly.
Yeah.